students, today we shall be dealing with ecology, and we shall be having the series of the lectures on the topic ecology and ecosystem. We shall be dealing with the abiotic and the biotic components. We shall be dealing with the structure and function of the ecosystem. We shall be dealing with the aspects of the ecology, whether it is the population ecology, whether it is the community ecology. We shall be dealing with some of the important aspects of the ecology. But today we shall be having an introduction about the ecology. Ecology, this we simply say that it is the study of the interrelationship between living organisms and their environment. We also call this very branch as the environmental biology as well. But let us have a little bit of idea about its history. Ernst Haeckel in 1886, he was the first who tried to define the ecology as the science dealing with reciprocal relationship of organisms and the external world. So what he tried to define, that he said that this is the reciprocal interaction between the organisms with their external environment. Then Eugene P. Odum, one of the most important ecologists, he said that it can be defined as the study of structure and function of the nature. So he tried to define this very ecology as the structure and the function of nature. Then R. Misra, he is also known as the father of ecology in India. He in 1967, he tried to define the ecology as the interaction of the form, function and factors. So according to Mishra, ecology is the interaction of the form, function and the factors. And this very Mishra, he was the initiator. He was the first who initiated the art ecology in India as well. So R. Mishra is the pioneer who started this very art ecology in India as well. Now we shall be dealing with that very, what is art ecology and what is sin ecology as well. And then this very term ecology, this was coined by Ritter. So term ecology was coined by Ritter in 1868 for the first time. But there are many more terms which were given by different scientists, such as hexecology. It was given by G.J. Mivart. And bioecology was the term which was proposed by the Shelford and Clements. So the term ecology was proposed or coined by the Ritter in 1868, hexecology by G.J. Mivart, and bioecology by Shelford into two parts. Broadly we divide it into two parts, art ecology and sin ecology. When we try to define this very art ecology, herein we try to have an idea of the individuals, that is we study the individuals, that is how they behave with the environment. We are talking about the individuals. But in the sin ecology, we try to have an idea that how the group of the organisms, they behave as a community with the environment. So art ecology and sin ecology are the two broader divisions of the ecology. But sin ecology can further be divided into many types. Herein, for example, we do have one of the most important types of the sin ecology, that is habitat ecology. Habitat ecology, when we try to study the habitat ecology, it can further be divided on the basis of the different kinds of habitats present on the biosphere. That is terrestrial, we try to study it as the terrestrial ecology, and we try to study it as the freshwater ecology or the marine ecology. But it can further be subdivided as the estuarine ecology or brackish water ecology, but that is another thing. But mostly it is divided into two, that is aquatic ecology and the terrestrial ecology. However, aquatic ecology can further be divided into freshwater ecology and the marine ecology. Freshwater ecology, when we try to define this very freshwater ecology, we use the term limnology. limnology. And when we try to explain or study the marine ecology, actually we are studying the oceanography. We are studying the oceanography. We are studying the marine ecology by oceanography. Then we do have the ecosystem ecology, we do have the community ecology, we do have the population ecology, we do have the gene ecology, we do have the paleoecology, we do have the system ecology, applied ecology, radiation ecology, human ecology. There are many other terms which are a part of the scene ecology and can be studied further. That we shall be dealing one by one. Okay. As we were talking about that ecology is mainly divided into two divisions. That is art ecology and scene ecology. Let us have a little bit of idea what art ecology means and what scene ecology is. When we are talking about the art, we are talking about the individual organism or one species. We are talking about the life history stages, its development in relation to its environment. We are talking of the one individual or one species. So it is art ecology. But when we say scene ecology, we are talking about the community. We are talking about the group of the animals. We are talking about the group of the plants, that how they behave with the environment. So if we talk about the individual organism or a species, it is art ecology. If we talk in terms of the group of the animals, group of the plants, that is community, that it is scene ecology. Now one more thing. For example, if we are talking about the art ecology, for example, we are talking about one of the oak trees. For example, we are talking about there is an oak tree in the forest. We are talking that how this very oak tree grows, how this very oak tree behaves in the environment. So this is art ecology. But when we say that we are talking about the forest, that how this very forest behaves in the environment, and in that very forest oak tree is also present, we are talking about the scene ecology. So scene ecology can further be divided into many types. There are many types, but some of the important types I have tried to discuss here. For example, habitat ecology. It can be further divided into terrestrial ecology and aquatic ecology. If we talk about the terrestrial ecology, there are many other, you can say, terrestrial ecosystems of which we can study its ecology. For example, we can talk about the forest ecology, we can talk about the grassland ecology, we can talk about the desert ecology, we can talk about the, you can say, mountain ecology. So there are unending, you can say, branches of the terrestrial ecology as well. But when we talk about the aquatic ecology, it means that we are studying the aquatic system. So if we are talking about the aquatic system, and we all know that the aquatic systems, they are mainly divided into two types, such as the freshwater and the marine. If we are talking about the freshwater, we are actually talking about the limnology. So if we are studying about the ecology of the freshwater system, it is the freshwater ecology, and most precisely it is called as the limnology. And if we are talking about the marine system or the saltwater system, so it comes under the category of the marine ecology. So, and the marine ecology is more precisely said to be as the oceanography. Now we do have the ecosystem ecology. Now what is ecosystem? If we are talking about the biotic and the abiotic components, that how these very biotic and the abiotic components, they behave together, actually we are talking about the ecosystem. So if we are talking about the biotic and the abiotic factors, or we say abiotic factors and the biotic components in terms of the producers, in terms of the you can say consumers, or in terms of the autotrophs, in terms of the herbivores, in terms of the carnivores, or by the way of interaction. For example, mutualism, proto-cooperation, amensalism, commensalism. We are actually talking about the ecosystem. So if we are studying all these very things, we are talking about the ecosystem ecology. So what is community ecology? So if we are talking about different populations present in an environment, we are actually studying about the community ecology. That is more populations, different species living together, or different populations living together, they form a community. If we are studying a community, we are talking about the community ecology. Then population ecology. So number of the individuals of a particular species, if we are studying about a particular species, its number, actually we are studying the population. Now we also use the term deme ecology. Deme ecology for this very study, wherein we study the population, the aspects of the population in terms of the ecology, that how population behaves in an environment. Now, what is this very gene ecology? We are studying about the interaction of the genes, or the number of the genes present in an environment. We try to know that how these very genes behave in the ecosystem, in the environment. So we are talking about the ecology. Now, if we study about if it is the paleoecology, it means we want to study the past. That is, whatever fossils they are present in our environment, if we study those very aspects in relation to the past time, we are actually talking about the paleoecology. Now, the system ecology, we are talking about the system. Now, when we apply different kinds of the mathematical models, we try to formulate that how this very ecosystem is behaving. We are studying its ecology by putting or by applying certain mathematical, you can say, formulae. Then we are studying the system ecology. The next comes the applied ecology. Now, when we use the term applied, that is, we want to explore that how the human beings, they are benefited. So whatever we study the ecology for the benefit of the human or the welfare of the human, it becomes the applied ecology. Then conservation ecology, it means various conservation measures that can be implied, that can be used, that can be studied for in terms of the ecology, that we call it as the conservation ecology. That is, we use different conservation measures, whether in situ or ex situ conservation measures, that whatever the conservation measures we are studying in terms of the ecology, that becomes the conservation ecology. Then is the production ecology. Now, we study the net primary productivity, we study the gross primary productivity, we study the different kinds of the production which take place in the ecosystem. It becomes the production ecology. Then we study the radiation ecology, that what kind, different kinds of the radiations which do we study, they become the radiation ecology. Then the taxonomic ecology, that is, we imply different taxonomic methods, or we study the different taxonomic measures implied to whether plants are animals, whether vertebrates are invertebrates, whether the lower organisms are the higher organisms. We study the taxonomy in relation to the ecology, it becomes the taxonomic ecology. Then when we study human beings in relation to the environment, that is, it becomes the human ecology. Whenever we study the human beings in relation to the environment, it becomes the human ecology. Then nowadays we do want to explore the space. We want to know the avenues beyond the earth. So in order to have an idea that where the life is present, we go to the outer space beyond the premises of the earth and the atmosphere in search of the life beyond the earth. That becomes the space ecology. Whether we go in the rockets, we go in the shuttles, So whatever ecology we face, the environment we face, that becomes the space ecology. We want to explore the Mars, we want to explore the other planets, we want to know about the universe outside or beyond our universe. That is the space ecology. Now I was talking about the terrestrial ecology. It is further divided into the grassland, desert, mountain ecology. Now we also study the agricultural ecology, cropland ecology, droplet ecology, lake ecology, stream ecology. There are unending studies that leads to the environment. That is, if we study the environment in relation to the any aspect, it is actually the ecology. Now, when we say that we are studying the abiotic components in relation to the biotic components, that is ecosystem, that we shall be dealing later on. But this was all about that how this very ecology can be studied, and I told you that it can be divided mainly into art ecology and syn ecology. If we study an individual, if we study the species in relation to its environment, it is art ecology. But when we study the group of the animals, we study the different populations of the animals or the plants or the communities, it becomes the syn ecology, and syn ecology can further be divided into different branches. So this was about the little bit introduction about the ecology.